It's another rainy day here on the East Coast. To all my New Englanders, I swear it only rains when we have stuff to do. I just want to be outside vlogging. The nice weather really makes me happy. This weather, not so much. Let's get some drone shots. So today's a good opportunity to stay inside and really hone in. I've been wanting to make this video for quite some time for the people who want to be more consistent with vlogging. So if you're like me who has a full-time job, focuses on health, and just is overall busy, I've been thinking a lot about how I can share my creative process in making these vlogs. I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot of work, but hopefully by the end of this video, you'll have more clarity on how you can take my philosophy and apply it to your own vlogs. So let's jump right into it. Okay, so you're ready, but you may ask yourself, what do you film? And my best piece of advice is film your life, film what you enjoy, film what makes you happy, because your voice matters. For an example, I love making cinematic vlogs. Outside of YouTube, I'm more of an introspective person who likes depth, so I try to share my own thoughts to my audience. It's sort of like a journal entry. And then I love making videos that provide value to those who need it, and just sharing what I'm up to. It's your personality, that's what makes it. For you, try sharing what you're into, what you're good at, where you're from, what makes you happy, what annoys you, like the rain, but just have fun with it. You know, I love watching creators go through their day. Day begins here, day ends here, come along with me through my day. You know, what sparked this channel is watching creators like Peter McKinnon, Casey Neistat, Jesse Wellings, Roman Atwood, like the list goes on. My best advice, whoever you love watching on YouTube, there's a reason. It's the connection. It's a feeling they bring, a product, where they're from, or what they said in their videos that inspires you. So go about your day, film it, unplanned, and just see what comes out of it. Now, when I bought this camera that you're watching right now, this is called a Sony FX30 if anyone's interested. This is not sponsored. I really wish it was. I have my eyes on the FX2. Sony, if you want to work together, give me a call, please. But, oh, that bus is really loud. But, my main point is, I thought by having a nasty camera, it'd make me a better YouTuber. It would make me have more of an audience, and I learned that the hard way. A nice camera doesn't make you a better storyteller. I really want to emphasize that. You see, there's this girl I watch on YouTube, and she uses nothing but one of these little lav mics and her iPhone. And her videos are so engaging. She's relatable, she's funny, and it's not the gear. It is so easy to get into what I like to call the creative hesitation, where right before you hit record, a bunch of thoughts come rushing in. And those thoughts are, will it look good? I don't have a lot of subscribers. I don't get a lot of views. I don't have the right gear, or I don't live in a studio like this, or I don't live in an awesome city. I don't. And with that kind of thinking, it stunts your growth and it kills creativity. As mentioned previously, I love cinematography. I watch a lot of movies, so I try to grab different camera angles or subtle transitions or things that you don't normally catch, but it helps elevate the story. For you, try grabbing different inspirations and seeing what you like and make it your own. That's how you find your own creative style and voice. I did make a full breakdown video of all the gear I use to help make these vlogs, so if you're interested, I'll leave it up here or in the description after you're done watching this video. Editing. It can be one of the best parts, or it can make you want to rip your hair out. But here's what I learned. Keep it simple. You don't need a crazy intro. You don't need 1,000 cuts. All you need is a couple of jump cuts, some subtle music, and you can save the color grading for later. If I'm being completely honest, I've worked on videos on my YouTube channel for like an hour. And then there's some videos on my YouTube channel that I worked on for weeks on end. And at the end of it, I felt like I was ripping my hair out. But through my findings, I found that just not overcomplicating it and trying to find a balance in your schedule. I found it better to be consistent with simple edits rather than burning myself out trying to make a masterpiece every single time. Start with structure, beginning, middle, end. Find some music that fits your vibe or your area or whatever you're into, and get used to seeing yourself on camera. It gets easier. Editing is where your voice really comes through. The pacing, the cuts, the vibe, that's you. So trust yourself. The goal is to stay consistent, not burn yourself out trying to make the next viral video. Some days you just don't feel like it, and that's completely okay. Here's what I do when I'm in a creative rut. I like to go for a bike ride. I like to run a lot. I like to journal, read, or watch other YouTubers that I love watching. It's okay to take a step back without your camera and just absorb the world and live your life, because that's how you gain new experiences to share. So by stepping away, you have a new set of eyes. I want you to try something. Try bringing your camera with no plan, no script, not even a thought of you vlogging, but just film something. And through that, compound on it and see what you make. There's been times where I've done that, and some of the best moments come from doing that. I feel like that's where creativity lies, is not by forcing it, but just by nurturing it. So if you're feeling stuck, just take a step back, relax. You know, there's no one waiting for your next video. Like, come on, we need another video, we need another video. Just post when you feel like it. You know, other people may think consistency is 3 times a week. For others, it may be 1 a week with some shorts sprinkled in there. That's what I do. You know, just finding that balance of not forcing it. A common theme that I see on YouTube is, how do I grow in such a saturated platform? And I agree, YouTube is super hard once you're starting from nothing, trying to grow into something. It's gonna take a lot of work. It's gonna be a hassle sometimes, but my best piece of advice is being true to your authentic self. I feel like that's the key here with anything. Being original, not trying to do the same thing the other guy is doing. That's what really shines, is being different. When you show up as yourself, people can feel that. They can sense that. You don't need millions of views. You just need people that connect with what you're saying. And through that, you'll find your style within time. You just need to keep making videos. Also, don't be afraid of trying different things. Try that random unboxing, try that random review, or just go in the park with your friend and hit record and see what comes out of it. The awesome thing about being a creator is you can just throw things at the wall and see what sticks. And if something does stick, you can just keep building on top of that. Say what's on your mind. Because honestly, that is real, and real always stands out. All right, so before this video ends, I wanted to save this piece for last because I really feel like this is most important. It's about mindset. Let me fix this camera angle. Now, consistency doesn't mean showing up here every single day. With that route, you'll literally burn yourself out and you'll never want to do YouTube again. It's just about showing up. Even if it's just for an hour. Sometimes I just grab my bike, go get a coffee, and vlog that. Others, it's a whole project and I have a whole plan of how I'm going to shoot it. Both matter. The way I see it is treat creativity like it's your best friend. And don't compare yourself to someone else's consistency. You don't know what their life looks like. You know, your vlogs don't need to be perfect to be powerful. So I'm going to leave it off there. I hope you got some value out of this. And if you did, leave me a comment. Or if you like videos like this, I'll continue to keep making them. But I got some fun stuff in the works. So I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.